Give me the green light.
So who said it's time? So many of us are so anxious to get to the places that God has taken us to, and the speakers and the proclaimers and even our friends and family see us suffering through this season of development, and they know that God has taken us to some place, and so they become anxious too. And what happens is that people start to speak the now over your life. Now is the time. This is what God is doing right now. And I want to know how many of us have the appreciation and understanding of purpose and timing to know that it's only God who can call the now. We should be patient and sensitive enough to the Holy Spirit not to get so caught up in our desires that we want to do the right thing in the wrong time and mess up the entire plan and cause ourselves to delay the plan. I want to read you something from John chapter 6. This is after Jesus has fed the multitude, and they were so excited about what he had done and what they had seen. The people saw the powerful work Jesus had done. They said, "It is true. This is the one who speaks for God, who was coming to the world." Verse 15 said, Jesus knew they were about to come and take him, to make him king. So he went to the mountain by himself. First of all, man can't make you king. They may say they can, they may try to, but God reminds us that God is the one who brings increase. He is the only one who can promote you. How many of us have enough humility within ourselves to back away from situations where we're being praised and people want to promote us when we recognize it's not God's time? When we spent fellowship and time with God and he told us that, not yet. How many of us have that within us to remove ourselves like Jesus did from that situation and go to an alone place with God in prayer, to build up the strength to endure and not to get caught up in the hype? If I tell you in this video or another video that it's your time, it's time right now, your responsibility then is still to go to God to get the word from him if he hasn't already spoken it to you. I believe that when I speak to you, these things are confirmation for what God's already telling you. But if you happen not to have heard it, or you feel like what I'm saying to you, or a speaker or a pastor or a bishop or a friend is saying something new to you, it's your responsibility. It's your responsibility and opportunity in your relationship with God to go to him to see what he's saying. God, is this the time that you have called me to be in, that you've called me forward? Have you given me the green light? If we're Christians, we're trying to be more like Christ. And if that's the case, how many of us are preparing ourselves to truly wait on the Lord, even when the entire world is telling you go? Yes, now. This is a word of encouragement, not to get caught up in the hype, not to come to a place of anxiety to where you're just looking for anything that resembles the green light, that you truly are waiting on God to say go. It doesn't matter what opportunity presents itself. It doesn't matter who presents the opportunity to you, be it a man or a woman of God. Unless you hear from God, it is not time. Unless God gives the green light, it is not time. Unless God gives the green light, it is not time. Unless God. That's the word for you guys today. It's a word for me also. Those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up on wings like eagles that soar. They will run and not get weary. They will walk and never faint. This is why God is taking his time, because he doesn't want to rush you and put you in the position that you're not ready for. As one of my good friends and elders told me today, those who rush in are usually the same ones who rush out. Take your time, let God prepare you and mesh you and mold you and press you into that position so that when you're in it, it'll take hold and that you'll be fastened there in your purpose, fastened there with your desires, fastened there knowing that this is where you belong. Everything God does is perfect. There is a purpose. There's a season for everything. Everything is made beautiful in its own time. Everything is made beautiful in its own time, and there is a purpose for every activity under the sun. Wait your turn. That will continue to be the best advice I've received for relationships and for life in general. Wait your turn. When it's time, God knows how to let you know. Be encouraged.
Hear the Spirit saying that it's your time. The wait is over. It's over. It's gone.